I'm going back to an article where you were quoted. This is May of 2025, where you have concerns about Caleb Williams. And then you were asked if you thought Caleb Williams would be in Chicago for the long haul. And you said no. You still stand firm on your Caleb Williams take.
Yeah, I guess I would say I still have some significant concerns as it relates to Caleb Williams. And part of that are the things I had seen. Part of that are the things I had heard. Interestingly, since that radio interview, Tyler Dunn came out with an article where he spoke to a lot of people that spoke to some of the things that went on in Chicago last year that I had heard from people. So that was partially informed. But, to me, Dan, it came down to a few things with Caleb Williams, right? Number one, he got sacked a lot at USC, got sacked a lot last year. Guys don't usually fix that. They can get better at it, but if you're on a scale of 1 to 10, if 10 being you're the best at not taking sacks, if you're a 1 or a 2 or maybe a 3, you can get to 5 or 6, but those guys don't get to 8, 9, 10, right? They're not that kind of, they don't have that kind of DNA. So that was a big part of it. But then even consistent decision-making issues, I would say, right? So the way he handled the end of the game against the Lions on Thanksgiving when the Bears were doing the right thing, call a play, run the play, then you use the timeout. He audibled, didn't realize why they were doing what they were doing, and then we ran out of time, and everybody blamed Eberflus, and Eberflus knew he couldn't throw Caleb Williams, number 1 pick, under the bus. And then even just like this stuff with he and his dad talking with Seth Wickersham and telling him how they tried to get out of there in Chicago. They didn't want to be there. I just would say, Dan, there's a lot of examples, even off the field, of questionable decision-making. And when you stack all of them on top of each other, it starts to become concerning. Like, the way I look at it is, okay, who are the other guys that are top 10 NFL quarterbacks who have some issues with in-game management, have some off-the-field issues with decision-making, whether it's their dad or them or whatever, take that many sacks. You started to stack some things, and then that article comes out. By the way, this is why I got asked that, Dan, in May. That article comes out. It's the start of the Bears offseason program, and he doesn't talk to the media. It's like the first thing you have to do after an article like that comes out is just address it so it goes away. Because everyone's going to keep talking about it until you say something about it. So there's just kind of a pattern there of what I would phrase questionable decision making.